When you think of bands that have unique sounds that are instantly recognisable, there's quite a short list. Nirvana with their genre-defining grunge sound, Queens of the Stone Age with their desert stoner rock sounds, the techno pioneers Daft Punk, the high life inspired indie pop sound of the Smiths, and even the art rock sound of Radiohead. The Strokes, in my opinion, fit that criteria perfectly, with their purposely lo-fi garage rock inspired sound throughout their first 3 albums, shaping not only their sound as a whole, but the way the audience interprets their music at the same time. Julian's famous quote sums this up perfectly. By making their first record, Is This It?, he wanted it to sound like an artist from the past travelling to the future to make their album, and with the help of producer Gordon Raphael, they made that happen, not once, but twice, with Is This It and Room on Fire, in turn producing massively timeless songs like Someday, Last Night, 1251, and Reptilia. But further on in their career, they would commit to a much more polished sound while staying true to their roots, with songs like The Adults Are Talking, the progressive rock inspired sound of At the Door, and perhaps my favourite Strokes song of all time, Ode to the Megs. Today we're going to recreate the amazing guitar tones on one of their biggest and best songs of all time. What makes this song so good, memorable, and loved by fans all over the world, even to this day over 20 years later. Albert and Nick's guitars come feedbacking into the picture, grabbing your attention instantly before Albert delivers one of the Strokes' most iconic riffs. So let's start with Albert's equipment. He's most well known for using a Japanese reissue of a 70s Strat in Olympic white, featuring ceramic pickups that have quite literally been super glued in place.
These pickups are all super glued in place from when I bought it.
On top of the restrictive setup, Albert decided to restrict himself even more and commit to only using the middle pickup in the guitar.
I use the middle pickup on everything, so it's wired so when I'm strumming I won't hit it. If not, it would be here, and a lot of times when you strum, you end up hitting it.
This is the very guitar that Albert would use almost exclusively all the way through his career, even on their latest album, The New Abnormal, in 2020. Pedals wise, Albert and Nick both like to use Jekyll and Hyde distortion and drive pedals, most notably the V1 variant, which is based on a classic Ibanez Tube Screamer circuit for the drive side and the Marshall Shredmaster style circuit for the distortion side. The Shredmaster is also a favourite pedal of Johnny Greenwood of Radiohead. I'm using the Noble Screamer from Keeley Electronics for the Tube Screamer tones and a 1981 Inventions DRV for distortion tones. Now let's take a look at Nick's guitars. In the very early days, Nick used a Les Paul Special in TV Yellow, already cementing his love for Gibson P90 pickups, before graduating to the guitar he's most well known for, his natural finish Epiphone Rivera, which he would also get a signature model for in years to come, outfitted with Gibson's humbucker-sized P94 pickups, offering his sound more drive and bite compared to the single coil, twangy nature of Albert's Strat. Already setting up a perfect counterpoint between them both, not only in guitar parts but also in guitar sounds. I'm using my custom shop Fender Strat for Albert's tones and a 58 reissue 3-5 with humbucker sized P90s for Nick's tones. Funnily enough, Nick also liked to use the Jekyll and Hyde pedal, as well as them both using Hot Rod DeVille Fender amps as their clean tube amp bass tone. For that, I'll be using a Fender style clean amp in the Tone Master Pro. The differential factor between their sound is the only thing that is important. The player, the parts, and the guitars. All else being the same, it's amazing how different their guitar parts sound and complement each other perfectly, all whilst using similar gear. Throughout most of the song, Nick is taking rhythm duties with his thick mid-heavy drive tone, and Albert laying down the main riff and lead line in the chorus. When we get to the solo, the roles reverse and Nick delivers one of the Strokes' most iconic guitar solos of all time. Reptilia is still one of the Strokes' most interesting and iconic songs, with one of their biggest guitar riffs and most interesting guitar solos. Switching traditional roles throughout the song, this song perfectly showcases how Nick and Albert complement each other perfectly in both tones and guitar parts. What song would you like me to do next? Let me know down in the comments and I'll see you next time.